Hello, and welcome back to their Dokkan battle video. Also, I noticed in my other two videos, before we get into TEQ BROLY, right? I'll talk about him in a second. I noticed that in some of my videos, like the first 2 seconds is frozen for some reason. I don't know why that happens. I don't know if it's just this one, if this one is going to be like that too. It seems to happen with my first video of the day. So I hope it's not happening right now, but if it is, I'm sorry. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about TEQ BROLY. Now, TEQ BROLY is a curse on my account. I have 13 copies of him. I pulled him multiple times from the guaranteed LR step-ups in the past, but we're going to ignore that, and we're just going to be an unbiased review of TEQ BROLY. Hopefully he's good. Alright, let's see here. His leader skill is now Key 4 150, Extreme Tech Key 4 100. No, not bad. Decent for Super Battle Road. His 12 key raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and greatly lowers enemy's defense. They couldn't have given him defense on this at all? Just attack? Okay. 18 key, greatly stacks attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, and causes mega colossal damage, and massively lowers enemy's defense. What are we doing with the defense lowering? Whose defense can get lowered? I don't, maybe a future boss can have their defense lowered. It doesn't really matter though if you crit. I mean, this is a stack, right? This is an attack stack, right? It should be. Okay. Passive. So this is base BROLY. Base Super Saiyan BROLY. Key +3, attacking defense 200%. That's a big jump from what he had before. An additional attacking defense 120% when performing a super attack, plus an additional attack and defense 120% if it's an ultra super attack. Gain an additional attack plus 50% when attacking an enemy who is in the attack down or defense down status. Attack down is something that you can reasonably see. A lot of bosses can be attack down. Not a whole lot of bosses can be defense down. And again, that doesn't really matter. He will proc that himself, but you can't defense down a lot of these bosses nowadays. You can do Cell Max, right? I guess Cell Max can. Gain Key +3 and launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack when facing only 1 enemy. Okay, so you're going to have that up pretty much all the time. You don't really have any fights in the game that right now are against multiple enemies. Gain Key +5 and launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Okay, why does he need that? I mean, I guess it's a leftover from what he had before, I guess. And then transform conditions are met, which is just turn 4. It's just turn 4 is his transformation condition. Which does not look like they changed at all. Because if we bring up TEQ BROLY, it's literally just turn 4, right? That he transforms. Yeah, transform starting from the 4th turn. So they didn't really have to update that, really. It's a pretty decent effect there. So, Legendary Super Saiyan BROLY, 12 key, 30% attack and defense, causes colossal damage, and greatly lowers enemy. Again, with that greatly lower, if he was lowering attack, that'd be a lot better, because that's at least somewhat of a defensive mechanic, technically. 18 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and massively lowers enemy defense. Fine super attack effects, nothing amazing, nothing terrible there either. Passive, Key +4, attack and defense 220%, okay. Plus gain an additional attack and defense 120%, and perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack when performing a super attack. Okay. It's a little convoluted, but alright. Plus an additional attack, 166% and guard against all attacks, and extreme class allies chance of performing a crit plus 6% for 2 turns if it's an ultra super attack. What? So if you do an 18 key, right, you get guard for 2 turns and you give extreme class allies 6% crit, and then he gets that massive attack buff when he 18 keys. Okay, so his 18 keys should hit really damn hard. Really hard. Okay. Which means he's exclusively slot 2, because if he's only getting the guard after he 18 keys, then it doesn't matter. I don't understand why it's only for 2 turns, because that just means you'd have to have him on rotation. And even if you're on rotation, it's going to be that turn that you use it, and then the next turn where he's not on rotation in the first place, and then he's going to come back, and that'll be the 3rd turn, so he's not going to have the guard anyways. I don't understand why that is like that. It's kind of weird. It is a very weird mechanic. Gain an additional attack plus 100% when attacking an enemy who's an attack down or defense down. Okay, again, it's not that relevant. Though I guess technically Goku and Frieza at the end, when they're under 50% HP, they do lower their own defense. Okay, so like they will have the defense down status on their first turn under 50% HP. So I guess that's a situation where you can proc that extra attack. Gain Ki +4 and launches an additional attack. There's a great chance of becoming a super attack when facing only one enemy. Gain Ki +6 and launches an additional super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. Okay, so what? He has Ki 8, so he only needs what, like 4 Ki? Actually, no, he's probably gonna need less than that. How many links does he share with the new BROLY? 6, and he's getting 2 Ki. 2 Ki. Okay. So you start with 6, right, from the leader skill. Then he gets 8 from facing one enemy. So he's already at what, 14 Ki? And then you get another 2 here. So you're starting at 16 Ki. So you grab a singular tech orb, and he's at 18 Ki, which is what you need to be able to get the guard. I mean, he seems fine. I don't know if he's that good. He seems like okay, which is like kind of like whatever. He's a very whatever character. I mean, he's gonna hit really, really hard, especially if you have like this down here, this extra 100% attack. If you have that active, this man is gonna hit really, 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 really hard, especially if you're able to get a couple like attack stacks in. Okay, I mean, I get the idea. Right, he's a powerful slot 2 like monster. I should have pulled up Halvard. Let me pull up Halvard's thing because he has calcs. Let's pull this up and let's see if he's that crazy. Because I know they did. Also, I did see this stuff get posted like last night, but I was really sleepy, so I didn't want to get out of bed. Okay, where's it at? Halvard, here we go. All right, Super Saiyan Broly, just a million defense is not good. That start of turn stat is not good at either. I mean, he's not gonna die to normals, right? This is not death to normals range. This 1.2 million, right? In most cases, especially because you're only in this for the first 4 turns. Though what this does mean to me. Is that he will get one-shotted by 17 if he gets locked in slot 1. That's what that means. Which is not good. Not good at all. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He has access to the domain as well with AGL Broly. 1.5 maxed out is, like, okay with just guard. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's not bad. He's going to live pretty much all the normals in the game. His attack stacks are going to be, like, insane. That's for sure. Especially if you have the domain up. He's going to be hitting really, really hard. Does he have Berserker? Do these guys have Berserker together? Yeah. If you have this active, which you probably will because TEQ Broly, the LR TEQ Broly, like the new one, he does take damage from like things like Goku and Frieza. He doesn't die, but he does take damage. So you're more than likely going to have Berserker active. Those two with Berserker active, they're just going to one-shot Goku and Frieza. So... okay, the thing is, right, when you have offensive characters like this that are slot 2, right, that's when, like, it kind of matters. If you're, like, an offensive demon but you have low defense, is if you're, like, a slot 2 character, right, and you're able to actually put down the enemy before you actually have to deal with anything. That's when, like, the kind of idea, take out the boss before it takes out you, right, that's where that matters. Right, if your defense isn't very good, but you're shooting out like 30 million attack stat pluses and you're doing multiple of those, because this guy can do 4 of them. Right? He has the one up here when he's performing a super attack. He has the one from facing one enemy, and then he has a set of potential system. He can do 4 super attacks, and they're probably all going to do like 30 million. Especially if he has Berserker Act. That's where this guy's going to be like coming in handy. He's going to be like the main damage carry of like this. Like actually, not really, because Cell Max exists. Like him, Cell Max, and like AGL Broly are gonna be like the damage dealers of the movie boss team. So I get his role here. He's a slot 2, like I'm ending this boss. And then you have the new Broly sat in slot 1, and he'll be completely fine while this Broly does absolutely stupid big PP damage. Which is like, okay, fair enough. I don't personally think he's that good. I wouldn't rate him very highly. But he is definitely good. Like, he's not amazing. He's not, like, 17 going Frieza. He's not Team Universe 7. right? But at the bare minimum, like he's not bad. He's not bad at all in terms of like EZA characters. Okay, so I mean, yeah, fair enough. So let me know what you guys think about TEQ LR BROLY in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.